Hello, everybody, and welcome to our next group channeling session where I'll be channeling Source, God, Oneness, you and me, and all that is, because all that is Source. So without further ado, I'm going to go now into trance and bring forth Source. But before I do that, I've got lovely Patreon members joining us today. Hello, everybody.
Hello.
All right. So yes, without further ado, I'm going to go now into trance and bring forth Source. See you on the other side. Dear ones, can you feel your body shifting? Can you feel the energy shifting within you? Can you feel the sense of power emerging more within you? Can you see that shift in your outer reflected reality? Because you as a collective have shifted. For some of you, these shifts can be very small. For some of you, they can be very large. You see, it all depends on your unique vibration. However, the collective is at a point of vibration where they are embodying more of the multidimensional cells. They are embodying more of the cosmic DNA. They are embodying more of the highest state of consciousness embodied in physical form. Yes, you are much more than physical, but you are here to have a physical experience in this reality. But understand, this is what makes you so advanced. For some of you, you see the physical manifestation as somewhat limited, but understand, you are the bridge between the non-physical and physical world. It's about you bringing your awareness, your consciousness into this bridge, into this perfect union of the spiritual and non-physical world, of the non-physical and the world of the living. This is what makes you advanced. Being here in physical reality, being able to live your life according to the universal laws of this reality, being able to live in the contrast which you experience as fear and love, as you experience as duality and oneness, with the illusion of separation, only to bring your awareness into the knowing of your true oneness state. It is here where the masters play. Understand that you are all masters here, being born here in this physical reality, in this time continuum. Even though your levels of consciousness may tell you otherwise. For some of you, you look at your reality, you look at your conditions, whether it is in your own personal reality or the world at large, and you judge and you perceive that the world is somewhat going backwards, that it's somewhat limited. But understand, it is about you being in this master game where your true colors shine. It is here, it is in these life challenges where you activate more of the power within. It is this dance of moving from fear to love, from polarity, where you take the inner journey, where you bring awareness to these challenges, to these different life experiences. And by you bring awareness to these life experiences, this is what expands you. It's about you being the observer in your physical reality. Understand here, there is no level you need to reach because you are already enlightened. It is about you bringing the non-physical perspective into the physical. It is that union. It is bringing the awareness in the now moment, in each now moment. When you bring your awareness to your each now moment, you are bringing in the eyes of Source. You are bringing in the eyes of all that is. It is the observer. It is you observing your reality where you expand by you also choosing the higher perspective. Understand that along this way, when you start to practice, when you rewire your biology by you practicing seeing your reality through the eyes of spirit, by seeing the higher perspective, by seeing the love and the acceptance in the conditions and your experiences that trigger you in fear. When you do this with practice, understand that your biology shifts, and we have talked of this. And the more you do this, the more you activate your divine blueprint, the more you activate this cosmic DNA, and the more you embody in your awareness who you truly are, that is divine. And all those limiting beliefs that you see about yourself and your world will dissipate. Understand that these limiting beliefs, these perceptions that might tell you that you are lesser than, that your reality is lesser than, and others are lesser than or not preferred. This is all linked to the world of duality. This exists in the multidimensional plane of duality, of separation, what you call as a third dimension. But understand that these levels that you play through life in, that you experience life, that you expand in life through, is a necessary part of the polarity system. But this does not mean that you need to suffer in your life experiences. And it all comes from you shifting your thoughts from the higher perspective. It is all about you being willing to bring your awareness in the present moment, to choose that higher perspective, to choose acceptance, to raise your perception of self. And do not forget to have fun along the way. Understand that for some of you, you take life so seriously, but you are here to enjoy this life experience. You are here to embrace every moment of it. And yes, because of the challenging life experiences, we would say the illusion of physical reality can be strong, and this allows you to experience your reality in we would say attached to this dimension of victim mentality, which all aligns to the polarity system. But understand, the collective is moving out of those polarity systems where there is suffering. Yes, the polarity system will always remain to a degree, because you will not be living in physical reality without the polarity system in play. The journey is by bringing your oneness mind, your oneness awareness into the system of polarity. This is the key here. You are not here to skip duality, but you are here to bring that consciousness, that awareness of who you truly are into your experiences. And by doing that, you expand beyond the third dimension. You then vibrate in what you call as higher dimensions. And it is here where you see oneness within yourself. This is here when you access your oneness abilities. And this is here when you see your reality reflected in a more aligned oneness nature. You see you are multidimensional. You exist in all dimensions at once. And it's up to you where you wish to vibrate in, where you wish to bring your awareness into in this reality now moment. But understand, those times of suffering is no longer, but it's up to you if you're willing to let go of it. For some of you, these past dimensions of suffering and pain, many of you hold on to this because you have created meaning around it. You have created meaning about who you are, even about how strong you are, because of the times in which you've experienced life through. So understand here that all is relative. All is here to assist you to expand, but the choice is yours on how you play this game in your now moment and in every now moment. You have a choice to choose love. Understand, every difficult emotion is a dimension here to bring you wisdom about a certain belief you have about yourself and about your reality. It is a part of you, a dimension of you, wishing to share wisdom. Do you listen, or do you repress it? Or do you try to push it away, try to repress it? Understand that there are what you like to call gems of wisdom in all experiences. If you bring your awareness to the now moment, if you listen, if you ask, the answers are always there. Bring it into your heart. Your heart tells the truth because your heart is your connection to all that is. Yes, many people have many truths, but the truth for you comes from your heart. This is your navigation system. So follow it. Feel your way through physical reality. And when you do this, when you travel through your life experience and what feels right for you, you'll know that you are moving through exactly the pathway which you are supposed to travel along. Because it's all experiences. You cannot take a wrong direction because the journey here is to have a journey, is to have a pathway, and there are many. It is the experience of duality, the experience of polarity, where you expand not only your consciousness, your perception of individual consciousness, but the consciousness of all that is. It is observation. It is about witnessing yourself through the eyes of another, through the eyes of all living beings. This is how we all expand. This is the expansion mechanism of consciousness itself. It is observation of itself through different life experiences, through different perceptions of the one, which you are. You are the one. You have an important part in the expansion story for all of creation because you are here living and breathing in this physical reality. And only the masters were able to come into this physical incarnation in this time continuum as an extension of the planet, as an extension of source and all that is, as the universe. You are it all and more. Because you have the ability to be the bridge to both worlds. And it is you having your awareness in the present moment, in your now moment, seeing the joy in each now moment, and also being willing to feel your way in every now moment, no matter how difficult it is, or how joyous it is. Because yes, for some of you, you actually reject happiness. And this all relates to belief systems and how you see yourself as worthy. But you are worthy, and you are worthy because you are divine, you are source. So embrace who you are and the love that you are. You are worthy of love, you are worthy of happiness, you are worthy of joy, because this is your innate state of being. And yes, you may experience certain conditions that tells you otherwise, but this is part of polarity, and this is part of your expansion mechanism, which you chose, which you knew coming here you would experience, because you are masters. And you are here remembering all this information. You would not be here otherwise. You seek these answers and clarity for your life direction because there is a part of you, your inner self, your higher self, the divine within you that is you, expressed as you in every cell of your being, that is whispering you who you are and your potential here, even though you are highly advanced in each now moment and you are exactly where you're supposed to be and you are perfected in each now moment. You are here to evolve. But when we say you're here to evolve, you have always been perfect. So the notion of evolving is somewhat, some of you might have a limiting perspective on what it is to evolve. Understand that you are always perfect. You've always been perfect. And as you continue to evolve, you will just continue to be perfect. But understand when we say evolve, it is about just widening your perception, widening your state of consciousness to have the awareness of who you are as God, as source, for you to be able to align to in your conscious awareness who you are in what you call as higher dimensions of consciousness into this reality. So understand, you are perfect, you are advanced, exactly how you are and wherever you are in your life journey. as you continue to raise your perception of self and who you are, your reality will shift accordingly. It's always the inner journey. Knowing that all the answers that you seek are within you because you are the universe. And it is with such love that we come through to remind you of what you already know, but perhaps lay forgotten in your current state of vibration. Are there any questions today, dear ones?
I hear what you're saying, and it makes perfect sense. But it seems like bringing perfect awareness into every moment, it feels like it's almost unattainable as a human being. How many masters have walked on the earth who you can say have actually achieved this state? Is it in the hundreds, the thousands? Is it in the millions? I mean, it seems to me that there's been so few that are really ascended in the physical form that for us, for everyone else, it's a long, long, long journey through many lifetimes.
Understand, it is not a destination, it is a journey. And when you like to place a number on it, this is somewhat limited because understand there are many parallel realities, many masters. You are all masters. It's just perhaps in this now moment, you do not perceive yourself as a master. So when we'd say, when you ask for a specific number, if you would like to, would say, put that down to those in this present dimension, those that have the awareness of who they are throughout the timelines on this, we would say, dimension of physical reality, on this timeline, we would say, yes, they have been thousands, but perhaps some of them are not ones that you know of. Understand that you all have the ability. And when we say bring your awareness into every now moment, understand that it is the journey towards it. Understand that even if you cannot bring your awareness into every now moment, that does not mean you are lesser than. This does not mean you have ascended. This is part of the journey. So it's about you having the, we would say, the presence of mind, so to speak, that throughout your day, just to bring your awareness into the now, whenever you are reminded of it. And yes, dear one, there was many distractions. And understand that this is part of your physical reality. And there'll be times when you fall into fear, times when you fall into deep amnesia, not knowing who you are, and times when you see yourself as the victim. But this is part of the journey. And this is a part, and if you experience this, this is a necessary part of your journey. So you are not, we would say, not ascending, you are not going off your path, so to speak. That is the path. And for many of you, the paths that you might take can be quite contrasting. And you might ask yourself, why would I choose such a path? But understand, because you are at such a level of vibration, even if you do not have the awareness of it, but because you are master, you chose certain challenges to experience life through, because you knew by experiencing certain challenges, your awareness would come into the present moment. It is all here to activate certain, we would say, light structures within you, certain memories within you. You see, it's all part of your unique mission. So understand, when we say you are perfect exactly where you are indeed that. Understand that there are some, what you call, masters who know who they are. Understand that there are some beings in this physical reality, and because of their role in physical reality, you might perceive them to be, we would say, more advanced or more highly ascended, so to speak, compared to others. But understand, when you perceive these people or these beings that have a high level of awareness, it is because of their own unique soul journey. So understand they may not have necessarily done anything different than you. It's just because of their role here in physical reality. Perhaps they are the teachers and the leaders of this world. And because of their, we would say, their creation story, because of how and why they were created, they have, we would say, more ease of access on reaching a higher state of awareness, of consciousness in this physical reality. So in regards to this, we invite you to let go of any comparisons or any notions that there is a certain pathway to reach that state of being, and then that is the preferred state of being, because you do not know their role in physical reality. You do not know we would say, their non-physical pathway, their state of creation and why they're created. So because of this, because you do not know their true soul journey and why they were created to be in the state of, we would say, awareness in this physical reality, it then allows you to be more, we would say, to reflect more on your own journey and just know that you are exactly where you're supposed to be for your own unique journey in which you chose to co-create before even coming here in this physical reality. Yes, you do have free will in the way in which you to move through your path, but however, the we would say certain things that happen along your path, certain major events, certain life themes that you experience that perhaps you may feel that creates certain obstacles in your life journey. Perhaps these were created, chosen with your soul brothers and sisters before coming here in this physical reality. You chose perfection before coming here because you are perfection. You chose your life story. Yes, when we say you chose your life story, everyone here has a choice on how you experience your life journey, because you have free will, in how you choose your thoughts and your perceptions. You can move through your journey in suffering, or you can move through it in joy. That choice is up to you. And it all starts with your thoughts. So, dear ones, understand that everyone is moving through their unique soul journey according to what they chose to explore pre-birth. You cannot know what they chose pre-birth. So just know that you are highly advanced in exactly where you're supposed to be for your unique journey.
Thank you.
Is there any other questions today, dear ones?
Yeah, I have a question about manifestation. I've recently noticed, I think I've noticed that I've some things in my life, just wishes and wants, seem to manifest quite quickly and easily. And some things seem to be stuck on the same level or plane or situation for long times. And for example, my physical health hasn't visibly improved much, whereas some other external things in my life seem to manifest. And I guess it's when I'm not too attached to it, it seems to manifest faster. I'd appreciate any advice on this.
And that is one of the keys of manifesting, is letting go of attachments to it. Understand when you attach yourself to a want, this creates a certain, we would say, let's just say an energy restraint, we would say, in your terms of manifesting. The key to manifesting is to hold what you prefer in your heart, yet detach yourself from those finer details. Detach yourself from that coming into your physical reality, because what you truly want becomes manifested more easy in your reality. And what you truly want might be something that you perhaps are not aware of, you see. So if you let go of the attachment of those finer details, you, your higher you, the universe, all that is, all the labels you wish to place on the higher expression of you will manifest exactly what is aligned to your frequency, what you wanted to explore. So you see the different experiences that you manifest with more ease are we would say experiences and conditions that are vibrational match to you. And these conditions will assist you in your life journey. And this is why it's manifesting in this now moment. You see, when things manifest in your reality, they manifest in accordance to, we would say, what you perceive to be linear time. You see, things manifest to allow you to move through what you chose to explore here. And some of those things that are manifested might be conditions you prefer, but also conditions you do not prefer. But these conditions are all here to assist you and why you chose to be here in physical reality. So understand that some of these conditions in which you speak of in your physical challenges, understand that some of these challenges are here to assist you in your soul journey. You have certain abilities, D1, and it is when you honing in these abilities, practicing those techniques of alchemy, where you can assist in what you call as physical healing, but understand in the higher perspective, there's no such thing as healing, because all is perfect in the now moment, and every condition is here to assist in that individual's soul journey. So you see all this perfection, and even in conditions that cause some discomfort. So as we discussed, this is an opportunity for you. Instead of seeing it as something that's not preferred, seeing it as an opportunity for you to practice your abilities, to breathe that bridge from the physical and non-physical worlds. Everything is here in assistance to you to expand your consciousness and to activate more of your cosmic divine abilities. Yes. So if you can see it as an opportunity, this allows you to let go of any resistance. Understand that resistance is a particular frequency that holds a certain condition into a person's energy field. Look, you might like to perceive resistance as a type of energy that is more like a structure that really ties something down, that disallows an energy to be transmuted, a program, a belief. So understand, if you want to move through and transmute certain limiting beliefs, and we would say certain limiting programs within your energy field, within your belief structures, you are to let go of the resistance to it. And that means letting go of the resistance to how it feels, and letting go of the resistance to any attached sense of meanings. Because for some of you, your attachment to created meaning is a catalyst for this resistance. Because you are powerful and because you're on a journey of remembering more of who you are, if there is a condition that you can't seem to transmute, you look at yourself and you judge yourself and you question how powerful you truly are for you to continue having a condition that you see as unpreferred. And this creates a resistance. And it's this resistance that keeps it in your energy field. But understand, all is perfect. And it is here to assist you to go deeper, to trust more in who you are, and to trust in the power that you have. When you can get to the point of vibration, when you see it is perfect, when you raise your awareness to such a point to then activate more of your abilities. And it is then when you have the awareness of what to do to alleviate that challenge. It could be certain abilities where you can self-heal yourself, or it could be certain awarenesses for you to seek assistance outside of you, so to speak. But understand that you are guiding you every step of the way. You receive this clarity when you can get to a point of vibration of acceptance, of love. So you see, all is here to assist you in your journey here. So it is about you letting go of the resistance, seeing all is perfect, all conditions is perfect, and also letting go of the attachments of what things should be. Because when you attach yourself to things that should be, you are limiting yourself. Because what if your higher you, the universe, all that is, has greater plans for you? Are you willing to pinch yourself off from receiving that guidance, from allowing things to manifest, to stop allowing things to manifest to you what you truly wanted to explore in this physical reality? But that choice is yours, D1. So you can let go of the bar that you placed for yourself. Yes, and it means that you'll be more vulnerable, and means that you'll be exploring more realms of the unknown. But this is where the magic is. You are not here to control your reality. You are here to surrender to it. Yes, because understand, by you surrendering to the will of the universe, you are surrendering to the will of you. Yes, but you always have free will in how you choose your thoughts, and this is how you create, and this is how you manifest. When you align yourself to that feeling of love, when we invite you to practice manifesting, we invite you to align yourself to the feeling, because it is through the vibration of the feeling. That's when you open your heart. That is when you open your energy field. And that is when you can manifest more on what you prefer into your physical reality. But understand, what you prefer might be things that you do not expect. And this is why we say let go of attachments and let go of outcomes, and you will manifest exactly what you need in this physical reality, to be what you wanted to be in this physical reality, to have the awareness of who you are in this physical reality, you see. So understand, this might be very challenging to be vulnerable, but this is where you truly surrender. And when you do let go, that is when you see more manifesting this reality, because you are letting go of those attachments. You are letting go and removing that bar that you've placed on yourself, and you're letting go of that resentment. It is all there waiting for you, and everything manifests exactly when it's supposed to be, not before and not after. Everything manifests in the perfect time. It's about trusting and having faith, D1, and along the journey, and I know there is frustration, it's about changing the biology in the brain. Understand that you all have had much life experience that has been conditioned. So understand, as you know, there is no separation. One, you are here in a representation of a physical expression. By shifting that consciousness of oneness, it is about also shifting the biology, because there is no separation. You cannot, we would say, come to the awareness of a higher state of who you are without first shifting the biology of your body, because there is no separation. When one thing shifts, the other thing shifts. So you can assist in the ease of this process by you bringing your focus to both planes of existence, the physical world and the non-physical world, because they all work in union with each other. And this is why it takes patience for you to have practice on choosing the higher perspective. And when you do this, you are shifting the biology in your brain. You are creating your neural pathways in your brain. And that assists in the whole magnetic field of your body, in your vibration and in your light structure, to see there is no separation. So understand, there is a reason why perhaps it might take longer for you to have the habit of choosing the higher perspective. It might take some practice. You might choose a higher perspective, and then in multiple times over, you go back into fear and choose the limiting perspective. That is because of the biology. It's because there are certain neural pathways in your brain that it's a habit system that allows you to always see a perspective, to go through that neural pathway in the brain. But the more you practice choosing the higher perspective, and then not just thinking it, but feeling it, the heart and the brain work together in brain and heart coherence, expands your energy field. And that is when you expand to higher states of consciousness, with more ease. It's about understanding this mechanism of non-duality, that everything is connected, where then you understand why at times you go back into fear and limiting thinking. This is part of the human condition. Understand that you are not alone in this process. All humans, because you are experiencing reality, the dimension of polarity, and through the human paradigm, the human collective consciousness, you are still attached to some dimensions of fear here, to suffering. You do not have to suffer. The human collective have moved beyond this dimension, but you still have some of this experience in your reality because you are attached to it, because you have created meaning to it. So understand, it's all about how you choose meaning in your physical reality. It all comes from perspective, all comes from shifting the beliefs. All starts from here, but also feeling it in your heart. For you to truly shift meaning in your life conditions is for you to truly understand that emotion. And that can only be done by feeling it, not avoiding your emotions. The meaning comes with greater insight when you can feel your emotions, feel what is going on in your now moments, and understanding it from a deeper, non-physical level. And I felt physical sensation. And we understand that some of these emotions are very difficult, but it's by understanding it, by feeling it, where you actually tap into the wisdom of each emotion, because every emotion is a dimension of you that carries much wisdom and insight about who you are and why you are here. Understand that all the dimensions of you are assisting you in this now moment, in your emotions. In every emotion, whether it's the difficult ones or the joyous ones, are all versions of you, dimensions of you, here to assist you out of a higher love, out of unconditional love, to assist you in each now moment. Can you see here the power of your experiences? Can you see now why you have certain challenges that remain? It's because it's an opportunity for you to expand. And why would you not want that? You are a master. You chose to remember more of who you are. You would not be here in this session, here today otherwise. Can you see now? You have the power within you. You just need to trust more of who you are and the abilities that you have. And when you do this, and when you see the higher perspective in especially the challenging situations, that is when the clarity comes. That is when the awareness comes on what steps to do to assist you in each challenge that arrives in each now moment. And that is the example of being the bridge of the non-physical and the physical realms of existence.
Thank you.
Are there any other questions today, dear ones?
I'd like to ask another question. I have sleep issues where I'll go to sleep and I'll only sleep for maybe 2 hours. And then I'm up and I can't sleep for hours after that. And it goes on almost every single night. So I feel somewhat sleep deprived. And I'm wondering what it could be in my belief system, which is causing this whole phenomena. Can you offer any insight into that?
Understand that this condition that you are experiencing is part of an experience that you chose to experience pre-birth. So understand, yes, there are some belief systems there, but understand this is a condition that you chose prior to being born here, because this relates to part of the reason why you were here. This experience is giving you opportunities to activate more of your, what you call as intuitive abilities. Because of these challenges that you are experiencing, it's allowing you to have more awareness around the sleep cycle. It's giving you an opportunity to delve deeper into the causes and how it affects your everyday reality. So we would like to give you some information now that will assist you in relation to your Pacific Soul journey here. We invite you to explore circadian rhythms, what you call as circadian rhythms in your human reality. By you exploring these rhythms and how you relate to them, and when we say you as an individual, you might to expand this and see how they relate to the greater human population and living life. When you explore the circadian rhythms and how the earth has a pulse, what you call as a Schumann resonance, and how the electromagnetic fields of earth resonates and affects you as a human, here will lie further keys to your understanding. You see, there is a reason for it all, and this experience is for you to have greater insight into the nature of sleep and how certain rhythms affect the human and the consciousness of all. So we encourage you to explore here and play here in this realm of understanding. And here you will have greater clarity, but understand that this clarity will not come from here, it will come from a knowing. So we also invite you to let go of attachments and to allow yourself to receive the answer in the heart, in the knowing. Trust the answers that will come to you in the now moment when you are vibrationally ready. But understand that when you sleep, and even if you might perceive that you have somewhat limited human sleep, understand that the concepts of sleep is somewhat limited. Yes, a human being to function might need certain X amount of sleep, but understand that is when you are only attached to dimensions of duality where this truth exists. In the truth of who you truly are, you can have zero sleep and still be full of energy and vitality and highly aligned to who you truly are. Understand that when you sleep, you journey into the realms of who you truly are, into the realms of non-physical. And understand that your physical incarnation receives what you like to call downloads, certain energy, we would say equilibriums, recalibrations to assist you in your journey and what you chose to explore in accordance to your vibration, because you manifest and attract according to your vibration and what you're ready to explore in the now moments. And what you are ready to explore in this now moment, it depends on your vibration. So your vibration, we would say, emits a certain frequency that allows you to manifest exactly what you need in the now moment. And that might be a certain amount of sleep. But understand, you can set your intentions before going to sleep. You can start to shift your perspective to that of a higher dimensional state of awareness of who you are. You can set your attention that you are to have the perfect amount of sleep according to what is needed for your highest good. You can be creative here in your intentions, because when you set your intentions, you create certain energy imprints in your field that will assist you. So it's sort of like, we would say, writing certain instructions for how you would like to sleep by when you set your intentions. And this is why we say setting intentions in every state of your waking life or sleeping life is a very powerful tool of manifestation. To set the intentions, and this will allow you to also let go of some of that resistance, because there's within your belief systems, you have we would say a level of resistance, because from past experiences you have a belief that the past will repeat itself and that you will wake up and then you'll have some constraints on your sleeping, and that this will affect you in your next waking day of your life. So understand, because of these, we would say, patterns, let's just say, this has created a resistance in your belief systems that history will repeat itself, and this creates the resistance. So treat each day, each night as a new experience. The past does not have to repeat itself, but it's about you bringing your awareness to each night, setting your intentions, and understand when you do this, you bring a higher state of consciousness into your now moment. And the more you do this, the more you tap into more clarity about the steps you can take. You see, when you see the higher perspective with everything in your life, that is when you receive the clarity on what steps to do. Perhaps the clarity might be, and the guidance that comes to you might be to do certain action steps as well.
Well, I have to say that when I'm awake in the middle of the night for hours, I do a lot of meditation. So it's not completely unproductive. And I feel like maybe it's giving me the opportunity to work on myself more than I would during the day when I'm more distracted.
So D1, you have the power on how you create this space by setting your intentions. You already shifting your perspective to that by allowing yourself to use that time to go inwards. So we encourage you to continue what feels good to you in your now moment. Listen to the answers, feel the answers. It will come from your knowing. But we do encourage you to explore the concept and the science part of the circadian rhythms and the Schumann resonance and how that relates to human consciousness and felt, we would say, physical shifts within the energy field within every living creature in this physical reality. So this is an area we encourage you to explore, and this will also give some clarity for you in this now moment, in this timeline, D1.
Thank you.
Is there any other questions today, D1s? D1s.
Can I have a question?
Yes, D1.
Sorry. When we do the we have the sound alchemy meditation. I don't know how to phrase this question, but what's really going on? What's changing in us? Is it everything, or is it a specific part of us that changes when we do this type of meditations?
D1s. If you are referring to the sound alchemy meditations that Kimberley produces in alignment with spirit,
Yes.
understand that it's what's being channeled is source code. And when we say source code, it is the very foundational blocks that creates all of life. These sounds, these harmonies helps to activate your divine blueprint. It helps to, we would say, not only to transmute the limiting stories and limiting programs within you, but also helps to activate more of your abilities. It's a journey of putting more light into your cells. It also helps to activate the dormant DNA within you, because understand that your DNA is a set of codes. When Kimberley channels codes, it's a certain set of, we would say, divine instructions, so to speak. And these harmonies helps to, of course, it's always in accordance to your highest good. And if you're ready to expand, then these sounds help to move in harmony with the frequency of the DNA and helps to illuminate those strains of DNA that have been dormant and illuminate the ones that have already been activated, but allows it to expand in a way in accordance to your divine plan. So this is why you feel certain physical effects with these meditations, because there's an actual physical action taking place, because there is no separation. And once the DNA and more light is being, we would say, being illuminated each cell of your being, This also assists in you expanding your consciousness, embodying more higher states of consciousness in your now moments. So because there is no separation, you'll feel it in an energy sense and you'll feel it in a physical sense. You are familiar with the term ascension symptoms, and this is what you like to call a byproduct of you expanding your consciousness and the DNA and the physical structures in such an intense and short amount of time that your body and light structures goes through an equilibrium process. And it's this equilibrium process where you then feel the shifts, the physical shifts within you. And this is why this meditation is so powerful. But understand that these harmonies of creation, it's an ability that many of you have the ability to. It's about you tapping into the source within you by you allowing yourself to be vulnerable. Because understand that the field of creation is there. An example of Kimberley, when she channels, she not only channels the Elohim, the rays of creation, she also taps into the universal field of all that is, hearing the frequencies, translating these frequencies in creation. You all have this ability. When your ears ring, you are listening to the field of creation, the universe, that is the sound of the universe. Pay attention when your ears ring, when you hear drops in your, when you feel, we would say, when your ears go through certain changes, such as blocked ear and then certain sensations around the ears. For many of you, the more you become more sensitive, you can actually start to hear the frequencies of creation, the frequencies of the universe. But understand when you hear them, they are not outside of you. They are within you. That is when you raise your frequency to such a point you align yourself to the higher, we would say the higher frequency decibels, because all of creation is frequency, sound and light. So when Kimberley does these meditations, she uses these foundational blocks of sound and light to create, to expand. This is what the effects are within your being. But all of you have the ability to tap into the field of consciousness. So listen, pay attention, make your intentions when you do your meditations to listen to the field of creation. For some of you, you may be feeling it first. Do you feel unconditional love? For some of you, you might see it first. You all have unique abilities. Even though you are all psychic, even though you all have unique intuitive abilities, some of you are more finely tuned to specific abilities. This relates to your specific journey here. So we would say experiment with different ways you can interpret and sense the field of creation. For some of you, it is sound. For some of you, it is feeling. For some of you, it is vision. Experiment with this, and you will find the ability that is more available to you in this now moment. But all abilities are available to you because you are limitless. D1.
Thank you.
Are there any other questions before we finish here today?
I have one more question.
Yes,
last session you said that the foundation of this creation is light and sound, and you expressed that this is a trinity. Can you explain that?
D1. Yes, light and sound is the creation of all that is. Light and sound creates a resonance. It is this resonance that expands all. It is, we would say, the third element is created with the light and sound combined. It is this resonance that then creates the certain structures, we would say. You like to call them geometrical patterns and shapes. These are the building blocks of creation. It's the resonance that creates certain patterns, and it is these patterns within itself that creates physical matter. That is the Trinity. It is the element created from the sound of light. Sound and light creates a frequency. Frequency is resonance. How you experience resonance is how you feel when you are drawn to something. That is a resonance. So we invite you, if you so choose, to experience this resonance, to play with resonance, to experiment with this. And this is why I encourage all of you to explore what resonates for you, what feels good for you. Understand that resonance is a deeply advanced tool for you to understand manifesting and creation. And this is why, for many of you, it is always there, but perhaps you do not perceive it. When you receive the clarity, when you receive guidance on the action steps to take, much of that comes through resonance. It'll be a felt sense within you. And for that to manifest into physical creation, it is for you to take physical action by doing that last, we would say, step in the world of polarity to bring it into physical materialization. So that is how the Trinity works in your physical reality. It is physical creation. So it's about opening your heart, feeling your way through physical reality. And that's how you can truly align yourself to resonance and manifest through the laws of the universe. Light and frequency. With your vibration, this all adds to that Trinity. Light and frequency. Vibration. Vibration is your material resonance, your manifestation, this physical reality. Your vibration is aligned to many certain light body structures. Vibration is your thought systems, belief systems. It is your divine blueprint. It is imprints from the lives that you have lived in this physical reality, what you like to call pre-birth intentions or soul contracts. All of this relates to your vibration. You shift your vibration through the steps in which we have spoken of. There are many tools along the way, but it's all a journey. So understand that your vibration, which relates to your state of consciousness, we would say, you can assist this in raising it, but understand that your vibration is unique, and a part of that vibration was created before even coming here in this physical reality. And this is why we say, let go of any comparisons from your path to another. Know that you are perfect exactly how you are, that you have the abilities within you to create through resonance. The light and frequency is within you. You can tap into light and frequency through the words that you speak. When you speak, you create, you manifest. That is one form of frequency. When you do your meditation, you also heighten your vibration in that now moment, because you allow the Trinity to expand itself in its now moment. But when you visualize, you access the frequency of light. Understand that the Trinity is not outside of you. The building blocks are intrinsic within you and represent your physical reality in different components, let's just say. So understand all the tools of creation are available to you. But at the center of it all, the focal point of it all is bringing your awareness and feeling your way through physical reality by being that bridge from the physical world and the non-physical world, feeling your way through resonance. This is how you manifest. This is how you bring clarity on who you are and why you are here. And we encourage you as you go through this journey, if you want to expand and move through your journey, in the most aligned way, the most joyous way, then you have free will in how you choose this. So we invite you to choose unconditional love. For that is a perception of the non-physical. That is the perception of source, the universe, and all that is. It is the perception of your higher you. So if you bring the perception of spirit into the physical world, this is when you experience true bliss, true freedom, true creation. You have it all within you, for you are masters. And it is with such love that we come through today to remind you of this higher truth that you already know within you. You are on a journey here to remember this for yourself. Until next time, farewell.
Thank you. Bye.